To add a 9000 remote input-output board, right-click the I/O board folder below the controller it's connected to. You'll have to come up with a good name for the board because it wasn't a separate item in the IdenpaSS site tree. The first RIO board simply represented this panel's points 9 through 24. So you may want to name it in premises according to which panel and which RIO board it originated, or name it according to the devices it monitors and controls. Be sure to select the appropriate I/O type. Now for the address. Consult the premises hardware manual for the dip switch chart. You may need to reset this I/O's switches to set it for a unique address on this controller's MSP port. Now let's browse the Inputs and Outputs folder. The default name of the points are the premises I/O board name plus the point number. If you are referencing the IdenpaSS system, be aware that this input 1 corresponds to the old point 9 in IdenpaSS. Likewise, these relays are now 1 through 16, rather than 9 through 24 as they were numbered in IdenpaSS. The inputs and outputs must now be configured as monitor points and control points. In IdenpaSS, we had a panic button. It used to be input 9 on the 9000 panel. Right-click the monitor point folder. Operators will see these names, so give it the same device name it had in IdenpaSS. And select the corresponding premises input. My next monitor point is a little different. This fire door was set up with a shunt time in IdenpaSS. Shunt times are uncommon for general purpose inputs because we usually want an alarm immediately when the switch opens. In this case, the customer only wants an alarm condition if the door is propped open past 30 seconds. And for reference, this was Relay 10 in IdenpaSS. We'll select RIO Input 2. To apply the shunt time, select Non-Latching here. Now, as long as the door closes within 30 seconds, no alarm is generated. Now we'll add the control points. If any of these inputs and relays followed time zones, had linked relays, or were part of event links in IdenpaSS, you'll need to configure triggers and procedures for them under the Globals tab.